Hello everyone, my name is Andrea. I am the Buckeye Stitcher. Today we are going to be working on kind of a new start, but kind of not. So this is 18 count Ada. I am doing a full cross with 2 strands, and this project is actually purple trees. If you have not seen my last couple videos where I explained um, uh, the even weave was not going well. The 25 count, I mean, was not going well. Even with 10 stitch, there were there were a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of stitches in the wrong place. Um, so I decided to. I was over 22 stitches in, but I decided to just stop, and I wasn't sure if I was going to restart it so soon, but it's just such a pretty pattern. I wanted to do it. So I've decided to do it with 18 count Ada, um, because it'll it'll be better for my brain. And I'm just doing a couple projects on the side to practice with even weave to get better at it before I jump back into a bigger project with it. And I think those are going well. So I think that was the right decision. But anyway, what I'm doing is, I guess, cross country. Um, see if I can. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm taking one color at the beginning, and I'm just going to use it until I run out, which for this one will be soon. And then I'll go back and I'll take the next one. And I'll do the same thing, and I'll just go as far as I can before I have to either end it or I run out of floss. So let me see if I can get you. Oopsie, not that way. If I can get you over a little bit more. Okay. For some reason, my setup is not working with me today, but that is okay. I do apologize if I sound quiet. It is currently 6 a.m. and my parents are still sleeping, so I was hoping, I'm trying not to wake them up. Though 6 a.m., my father should be getting up fairly soon. Um, but my mom's a late riser, so I'm trying not to wake her. Um, so, but yeah, I was playing around on the um Ada fabric calculator on 123stitch.com just to see how big the piece would be on different Ada counts, because it was huge. It was already a huge project um on the 25 count. And I was quite surprised that it wasn't too bad, actually. It's definitely bigger, but not overwhelming. So let's see. So there's that one, and come on, that one. So yeah, so we go one, yeah, one, two, three, and then three. Um, so anyway, I'm trying to be very careful and very deliberate, and I'm trying to double count, triple count, just to make sure I'm not putting things in the wrong places. Um, I think this is working out well so far, not only because it's Ada and it's bigger, so I can see it a little bit better. I think it's also working because I I'm not doing I'm not doing parking from the very beginning. On the 25 count, I started parking immediately because, it's a big piece. But I very, very, very quickly got confused and lost. So this time I'm just doing what I said. I'm just going to take one color at a time and I'm going to work it till I can't work it anymore. And then I'll go back and I'll do another color. And at least I've done this on another project as well, and it's working well on that one as well. So I'm hoping it will work on this one. That other project is um less, it's smaller, and it's not as complicated, like color wise. So but it is working well on that one. So hopefully, uh, hopefully this will work well. And, hopefully this will work on here, which it should. I have no idea why it wouldn't. But I think this is where I'm going to stop this thread. And then I'm going to bring this back over here because I have a lot of stitches to bury it under. Oh, yeah. See. Might have to do a couple strands of this color. There's a ton. I'm also working from left to right, as you can tell, but instead of working top to bottom like I usually do, I'm actually going to the right first because I want to make doubly sure that um I have enough fabric. I'm pretty darn sure I do. I measured this thing like 8 times. Um so I'm pretty sure I do, but I don't want to get too far into it and realize that I can't, I'm off on the right hand side. So, whoopsie. So sorry. Hit the camera with my pop. So anyway, okay. So this is just gonna hang over here for a minute until I can get it weaved under some stitches here, which won't take long with this one. So this is 939. So I'm I'm kind of a little bummed that I had to restart this, but not as much as I thought I was going to. Overall, I'm happy with my decision to restart. Sometimes that's just the best way to do it. And I say that 939, there it is. I'm like, where is 939? I say that because I spent I spent weeks not only stitching on that project, but trying to fix that project. Um, Frogging out sections and redoing sections, um, only to find more that were wrong. And so I eventually just chalked it up to a learning experience. um, because I'm pretty sure that was my first even weave. If not my first even weave, that was my first full coverage, large even weave project. Um, so I learned a lot from those 2,200 stitches. Um, and yeah. Trying to see where this goes. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So, and I feel like I've learned a lot because the couple projects I'm doing now as practice projects on Even Weave are going so much better. I think I finally got two, I think I finally got 1/2 full cross nailed down. That's something that confused the heck out of me for the longest time, but I think I finally got it. Um, and I'm pretty comfortable with 10 stitch now. Now I'm just trying to work, honestly, trying to work on, oh my gosh, that scared me. Um, the box shifted behind me. Um, Now I'm trying to work on being more accurate with parking. Um, and not just parking, just more accurate in general. So that if I do go back to parking, which I hope to do because I do like parking. Um, Come on. There you go. I don't know why I did that. We go from the top. Jeez, oh man. Anyway, I'm hoping that when I do go back to parking, I won't have to second guess myself every time I park something to wonder if I put it in the right spot. And part of that was the fabric. I was using Easy Count, and I still am because I want to practice and get better. Um, so I'm using the Easy Count fabric, and I had never used it before, and I thought it honestly, and no pun intended, but I thought it would be easier to count. It's actually not, at least not for me. I could not tell where one box stopped and the next one started. Like here, when I grid myself, it's very clear where the lines are. For easy count, it's a little different. Um, I'm getting better at it, but I'm not to the point yet where I can just look at a box and start counting. Um, I have to figure out where the box parameters are first and then start stitching from there. And so it's as you can probably imagine, it's a very slow process. Oh my goodness, dude, get out of the way. It's a very slow process. It's a very tedious process. And I am not the most patient person in the world, as you probably saw right now, because I was about done with that strand. I'm still done with this strand because it's still in my way. Anyway, so I definitely just need more practice with it. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this is blurry or not. I guess not. Okay, so there's four. Let's see. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, because I haven't decided how I'm doing this yet. Excuse me. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work these boxes down, but I'm gonna stop. I'm only doing the first 10. because like I said, I want to get across the whole top just to make sure that I have enough fabric. So I don't want to go too far down. I don't want to do all that work and then run into the edge of the fabric. So I'm just doing the top 10 or the first 10 rows. So I think I'm going to work the boxes down and then go over and work the boxes up and then work the boxes down and just keep going up and down in a snaking motion. Um, yeah, I might even do a snaking motion in the boxes themselves. I don't know. I got to think on that. But anyway, let me move you up a little, move you over a little. Now move you down a little. I'm trying to get it so that my hand is not in the way of my stitching. That's pretty hard to do, as you can probably imagine. I have not figured out a good setup yet. This is the best one I've found so far, but it's hard to find a setup where the camera can catch things. It's hard to set up the camera so that it has a good angle, but also so that I can see what I'm doing. So this is the best one so far. Come on. There we go. Even still, I am actually off to the side of my project, which is not where I want to be, but that's okay. Right there. And then we have that, and then we have that. So yeah, I'm hoping to get a better camera. I'm not sure which one. If anyone has any suggestions, please leave them down below. But I'm hoping to get a better camera that the focus and the zoom are not so finicky. And yeah. Oh, and it would sorry. And it would allow me to have a better angle on filming. So, but I've only had this channel for a few months. It's going to be a work in progress, and I know that. Speaking of those, thank you for everyone who subscribed. I am so super excited. I now have 18 subscribers. I never thought I would get even even 5 subscribers. I mean, this is amazing to have 18. So thank you very much. Uh, and I keep forgetting to say this in the videos. I'll say it in, oopsie, stop that. I'll say it in the update video as well, which is what I've been trying to do for the past couple weeks. Um, I set up a way for people to support me if they so desire. It's not it's not a requirement. But if you are so inclined, I have set up a buy me a coffee link. Or for me, it's buy me a cookie link because I don't drink coffee. Um, but if anyone was ever wanting to support me, please feel free to go to that link. It's always going to be linked down below in the description box. Any funds that I do get from that link will be used for the channel. So it'll be used for either equipment or fabric or patterns, framing, things like that. It'll go back, that money will go back into the channel to make the channel better. So thank you in advance for anyone who does want to support me in that way. It doesn't, there are memberships. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a membership yet or not. Um, I'm not quite sure what I could offer a membership as a monthly kind of thing or a weekly kind of thing. I guess maybe a live stream, huh? Um, give me just a second. One, two. Yep, I see it. So these two are one over too many. So where this stitch is where these two are supposed to be. So, and that doesn't really surprise me because I was having trouble counting that for some reason. Well, for some reason, because I'm further back than I want to be, and I'm on the side of my project. So, um, but anyway, I can't remember exactly where I was in my sentence, but thank you in advance for anyone who does support me, and it's much appreciated. Oh, memberships. That's what I was talking about. There are memberships, but I don't expect anyone to do memberships. You know, there are one-time donations, and that is perfectly fine. I completely understand, and I also completely understand if people can't do that, because I'll be honest, I can't do that. Um, I want to support the creators that I watch, but where I am in life right now is not, it's not possible for me to spend that extra money that I don't have, um, which really sucks. But I'm hoping things turn around here so that I can. There are quite a few subscribers I would like, or there's quite a few channels I would like to support. If I could get, there we go. Jeez, oh man. I didn't realize I would have to take all of this out, but that's fine. So anyway, um, just starting this out, we'll see how it goes. If it goes well, I might do memberships then, or maybe I'll open a Patreon. I'm not quite sure, but that's for later. But yes, anyone who decides to support me, I do very much appreciate it. And as I stated, all that money will go back into the channel. It doesn't go anywhere else but the channel, because if if I can use that money for the channel, then I'm not using my bill money for the channel. Um, or I should say, not my bill money, but the money I get from my work um, can go for things like bills instead of cross stitch. Which, let's be honest, it's going to happen anyway. So I am definitely. Let me get this. Nope, you stay there. You come out. Okay. Um. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I am definitely a pattern hoarder. I am always looking on Etsy and, Heaven and Earth and all that. I'm always looking for new patterns, even though I have quite a few patterns now that I have not done. So I might have to, not might, I probably will have to implement implement the same rule that Nicola implemented for herself this year of I can't do a new start until I finish two projects. So I would finish two and then start one. Um, as as of right now, I have finished two for the year, but I have started like I think I have eight current projects, which I know is like not a lot for most people. Most people have like double digits, but if I had double digits, I would just cry. But I'm almost there. So I'm trying not to new start anything. This one, I don't consider it a new start because I was already stitching this one. I'm just switching it to a different fabric. So I don't really consider this a new start. Yeah, I was about to say, that doesn't look right. Like, I'm supposed to have four, and it's going to take me five to get to the other side. So, let's try that again. Okay, this is probably good enough now. That it can get out of my way. Okay. And I'm going to come a little bit more to the side so that I can hopefully see a little bit better. But yeah, if anyone has any recommendations on cameras or setups or anything like that, please leave them down below. I would greatly appreciate it. Um, because not only is this not great footage, I mean, it's not terrible, but it could be so much better. Um, but the way I have to set it up, I can't do long sessions. Like when Nicola does her lives are like at minimum an hour and a half. Um, Usually her lives are a couple hours, and I would love to do that. But the way my setup is right now, jeez, come on. The way my setup is right now, I can't. Because my body hurts very quickly. Um, from how I have to kind of lean over my project, which is why I'm trying to get over to the side of it a little bit more. Let me move the light a little bit. Oh, okay. Let's try this. I'm also trying to get this up. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'm like, I do not want to have to flip this over. Okay. Oops. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day, having a good week, a good weekend. It is currently Saturday, November 15th. Uh, now 6:20 in the morning. So we haven't gone too far, but that's okay. All right, so we're supposed to skip that first one and go into the second one. There we go. That's gonna work. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know I will make mistakes in this, and I love how Nicola looks at it. They're not mistakes, they're personalizations. I love that. So I know there will be personalizations in this project. It's too big not to. I can't be that accurate, through this whole piece. It's just not going to happen. I know that, but I'm trying to be as accurate as I can, not only so that it looks nice, but also so that I get the deliberate practice that I want, so that a lot of this becomes second nature. Now I gotta now I gotta move my mouse because oh, it's not where I need it to be. I should have a table set up next to me actually. Unless I can just find a better setup. So, um, okay. It looked blurry, but I guess it's not. So 3. So 1. I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be 6. And we should end up underneath that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woohoo! And we do. Awesome. So I prefer, which I'm sure you have noticed by now, I prefer the Danish method of stitching, which is what you're seeing right now. It's where you make all your half crosses one way, and then once you reach the end of a section or a row or whatever, then you go back and you cross all of them the other way. If I could find, there we go. I feel like this is the easiest and the fastest way, at least for me. It to me it feels really slow to do each individual cross by it, before moving on to the next one. I do that. It just depends what the section is, of course, but I try to use the Danish method whenever I can, because I prefer it and I think it's faster. There it is. So, come on. Almost 35 minutes. Okay. Hey, we finally got that done. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another one right under there. So I'm gonna try and make it to an hour, but I don't know. My arm is starting to really hurt because I have to kind of hold it up, and so it's not supported. So Needle, I need you to work with me, please. No, no. Okay, fine, we'll go this way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I might have to clear my nose. My allergies have been really getting to me the last couple weeks. Um, I guess it's not really a surprise that my allergies are kicking up. We went from 2 days of low 30s and snow to the last couple days have been 50s and 60s and just beautiful weather. Oh, excuse me. God darn it. I'm trying not to do that. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, so it's it's been gorgeous weather. I actually went out today and did the yard. That's how good it was. It was like the perfect day to do it because I usually get overheated very quickly. Um, and it was like perfect today. It was cool enough that I didn't overheat it instantly, like I do in the summer. So I was able to get quite a bit done before I had to stop. I didn't get it all done, but that's okay. I'm hoping that today I might be able to finish what I just have I just have the backyard to do, honestly, which I'm not too concerned about because no one sees the backyard except for me and my parents, and the dogs. And the dogs don't care, I'm sure. We have a 6-foot privacy fence around our yard, so no one can. It's very hard for someone to see in. They could, if they wanted to, they could peek through the slats, but they wouldn't really see too much. But yeah, we've had it for several years now, and I love it. We've wanted one for we've wanted one basically since we moved into this house 30 years ago, and we finally just pulled the trigger and did it. And and it was nice. It was a lot of hard work though, man. We built it ourselves, with my uncle and my brother's help. We 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 built it ourselves. Um, so yeah, it was it was weeks and weeks and weeks of hard manual labor that my brothers are used to because they are chimney sweeps, but I and my mom and my dad are not used to. Um, because we don't do that kind of hard manual labor, which I kind of wish I did because I would probably be in better shape. So 1, 2. I am trying to exercise more just because I'm now 39 years old. So I'm getting to be 40. So I should probably start, an exercise, some type of exercise routine, and start eating a little bit better. Um, but yeah, hopefully I can build some muscle because I have noticed that I am actually rather weak, especially in my arms. Um, I did not realize how much strength I had lost until recently when there were a few things. Well, even today I got winded pretty quickly. I didn't get overheated, but I got winded pretty quickly. Um, by just mowing the lawn. So it's not good. So so one man, this is. I mean, I knew it was a lot, but we're still in the same box. Come on. Of course, it's hard to get the needle through the hole, so that's taking longer too. So one. Yeah, I like how this is turning out so far. I love the coverage. There's not too much white space, which is what I love about um working with even weave. Give me just a second. Okay. That darn frog is in my throat. Anyway, um, oh my gosh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, which is why I like the higher count fabric because you don't get, it's more of a seamless pattern or a seamless image with very few white spaces. Especially if you're using like I am. This is 18 count and I'm using two strands. So they fit very nicely together with very little gaps, which I love. So there's just I just find it, there we go. I just find it distracting when looking at a cross stitch that has a lot of white space or a lot of obvious white space that, is not supposed to be part of the image. Um I just find it really distracting and that it takes away from the image. And it's like we work way too hard on these. I mean, these literally take years to complete, months on the short end. I don't want to, personally, I don't want to put in that much time and not enjoy what I'm doing or like what I'm seeing come out of the pattern. But that's just me. I'm sure other people it doesn't bother. Oh, come on. I can still enjoy a pattern that has a lot of white space. I can look at it and be like, oh, that's, really, really pretty. I would just like it more if it had less white space or less white showing between the stitches. Some patterns it adds to that though. It sometimes it adds to the pattern depending on what the pattern is. But yeah. Oh, 45 minutes. Okay. I think I might do this row and then stop. Because my arm and the side of my neck is really starting to seize up here. which is why I need to exercise more. I've never been I've never been good at exercising, even though I know I should be. And I want to be. That's the funny thing. When I was in college, I would take yoga class and kickboxing and step aerobics, and I would take a lot of gym classes in college, and it was great because it was a class I had to go. um because I didn't want to fail it, obviously. So it forced me to go and actually work out. But now that I'm not in I mean, I'm in college, but now that I'm not on campus, I don't have that avenue open to me. So I have to be a little more mindful and intentional with my time and what I do. And I need to make some time for exercise. And I was about to say something doesn't look quite right. And I'm gonna have to go turn it around to get that. It's stuck. Oh, darn it. Yeah, that's stuck. I'm not gonna be able to frog that out from the front. But anyway, like I said, I was gonna stop here anyway. So I'm gonna go take a break. Oh, before I come back and fix this. But I really hope you enjoyed. Um, oh my goodness, there we go. I really hope you enjoyed. Please give me a like and a subscription down below to not miss any more videos, any future videos, I should say. And there we go. Um, yeah, and give me a like if you like this video. The next one coming out will be, let's see, it's Friday. I should have a video coming out Sunday. It might even be this one, actually. So one on Sunday, and then we have our live on Monday at 2 p.m. So that is about it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy stitching.